Welcome back to Boundless Books. Today, we're diving into Chapter 32 of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, titled Flesh, Blood, and Bone. This chapter is a turning point in the series, filled with dark magic, shocking revelations, and the return of one of the most feared wizards of all time. Let's explore the intense events that unfold as Harry faces unimaginable danger. The chapter begins with Harry and Cedric Diggory being transported by the Triwizard Cup, which turns out to be a portkey to a dark and eerie graveyard. Disoriented and confused, they try to make sense of their surroundings when they see a figure approaching. It's Wormtail, Peter Pettigrew, carrying a small, helpless bundle. Suddenly, a cold voice commands Wormtail to kill the spare, and before Harry can react, a flash of green light ends Cedric's life. Paralyzed by shock and grief, Harry is dragged to a marble headstone that reads Tom Riddle. Wormtail binds him and begins a dark, sinister ritual. Using the bones of Voldemort's father, his own flesh cut from his hand, and Harry's blood forcibly taken from his arm, Wormtail completes the incantation. There is a burst of blinding light, and from the cauldron emerges Lord Voldemort, fully restored to his physical form. Now standing before Harry in the flesh, Voldemort examines his new body and summons his Death Eaters. They apparate into the graveyard, cloaked and masked, trembling before their master's gaze. Voldemort confronts them, questioning their loyalty during his absence and punishing Wormtail despite his obedience, giving him a silver hand to replace the one sacrificed. Voldemort reveals how his survival was tied to Harry's blood and his mother's protective charm. With a terrifying presence and commanding power, he prepares to face Harry. The chapter ends on a chilling note as Harry realizes he must face the Dark Lord alone, with no hope of escape. Key moments in the chapter include the shocking death of Cedric Diggory, showing the brutal and unforgiving nature of Voldemort, the dark and ritualistic rebirth of Lord Voldemort using ancient magic and blood sacrifice, Voldemort's confrontation with his followers, revealing the complex power dynamics among the Death Eaters, the revelation of how Voldemort circumvented Lily Potter's protective magic, using Harry's blood, the intense atmosphere of fear and helplessness as Harry faces the fully restored Voldemort. Book versus movie differences. In the movie adaptation, Cedric's death and Voldemort's rebirth are shown, but the detailed ritual and Voldemort's interaction with the Death Eaters are more condensed. The film omits some of the dialogue, where Voldemort taunts his followers and delves into his backstory, which is more thoroughly explored in the book. That wraps up Chapter 32, Flesh, Blood, and Bone. This chapter is pivotal, marking the return of Lord Voldemort and setting the stage for the dark battles to come. Let us know your thoughts on Voldemort's terrifying rebirth and Cedric's tragic fate in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time for Chapter 33.